I wish I loved anything as much as this particular liberal loves guns. Uh, let's read from CBC. Trudeau took unprecedented step wearing bulletproof vest. Wait, you know what? Let's start with this article. The cost to protect the Prime Minister has shot up more than $30 million a year. Whoa! This dude loves being surrounded by handguns and automatic machine guns. Like I know people who like guns, but this guy, he's got a problem. He needs to tone it down. 30 million up from, it was 10 million 20 years ago, 10.4 million according to the CBC. Last year it was 23.3, and this year it's a 32.3% increase at 30 million. Wow. But do I blame a world leader, especially one that's pretty hated, for wanting to protect himself? Not really. The truth is, there's a lot of crazy people out there on all sides of the aisle, and probably a lot want to kill him. And on both sides of the aisle, more than ever, actually. I see liberal hate for this liberal at an all-time high, and as far as I know, due to the whole Palestine thing. I mean, I don't know if it's justified or not, but either way, there's people who definitely would want to attack you. And it's funny because this guy has been very famously quoted, along with Bill Blair is his name. What's his name? He's the oh god, what's his title? He's the defense minister, is it? I'm drawing a blank here. Basically, the guy who's the talking head for what should we do with firearms. And he's also famously quoted as saying, "There are no place for guns, these weapons of war in Canadian society. Of course, I like to be surrounded by them at all times, a lot of them, all day, all year, because I love them that much. But in all seriousness, you know what? I read this book called The 50th Law, co-written by 50 Cent and Robert Greene, and a line that stuck out to me in that book was, to know what someone's intentions are, never listen to their words. Do not judge them by their words. Look at their actions." And according to this fella's actions, obviously he knows the number one deterrent for physical harm, get this, is guns. Now, I do not see anything wrong with that. He's out on a campaign trail or in public, and his family is, or has been often with him. I don't know how that's going right at the moment. But who wouldn't want to protect their family? But the funny thing is, his actions that he takes are, hey, these fully automatic weapons and these handguns are the best possible thing I could use to defend myself. They're that effective. That's what his actions say. Let's read on. This other article was Trudeau took unprecedented step by wearing bulletproof vest, RCMP sources. And actually one more thing I wanted to cover in this other article was, not only does Trudeau believe in spending tons of money on being surrounded by guns, and I don't say this to be funny, I mean to be very literal. Like, obviously that's what he's literally doing. He's paying this money to be surrounded by people who are wielding these guns. So it's about $2.7 million per month to protect him and his family. And there was a part that showed why it costs so much. I guess one of the reasons I remember, I can't see it right now, but one of the reasons was the cost for RCMP's wages has went up. Whatever. Trudeau took unprecedented step by wearing bulletproof vests, so the guy believes in guns, and he also knows how dangerous they are. Surrounded Trudeau. Uniformed tactical officers wearing knapsacks as well as officers in plainclothes surrounded him as he addressed the crowd. Anyway, I wonder what they're carrying in these bags. We know they all carry handguns, but what, there's this little sack. We know there's something else in there. We know that ain't a 22. I know that at Parliament Hill, the officers there are carrying, what is it, an MP5 30-round mag. I think because it's so hypocritical, I believe they made those guns into semi-automatic only. I could be wrong. It is, however, once again hypocrisy because, according to BodyArmorCanada.com, I cannot, as an Alberta resident, buy or carry body armor, which makes no sense without a license, which makes no sense to me because it's purely defensive. Like, you can't hurt anyone with body armor. I mean, I guess you could. It's probably like a hard. It's got the plateness. You could use it as a friggin' weapon if you really wanted to. Not a good weapon though. Wouldn't recommend it. We now look at a quick video from the CCFR, just a little compilation of how much Trudeau is obsessed with guns. I'll just kind of click through the video. But as you can see, everywhere the man goes, he's surrounded by guns. Like, the dude loves guns. Security team, you got 7 men in black looking dudes here. A couple cool guys in the back with Oakleys. Packing. Nice. Another guy packing. Just at all times. Like, at all times. Like, the mask is protecting from combat, but guess what? The Glock is protecting from other stuff. Nice. Like, at all times. This guy is obsessed with being surrounded by guns. So this is the last article we'll cover. This is hilarious from Politico. In quote-unquote peaceful Canada, government ministers are considering U.S.-style security. Interesting. I thought the U.S. were crazy people with guns. What sort of protection do you think these liberal lefty types, what sort of protection do you think they want? You think they're going to give you what, you think they're going to use what they give you, a gun-free zone? I mean, after all, there is no place for guns in Canadian society. I've been well informed. So I don't think they mean guns. Let's read on. I doubt it. So it looks like the cabinet ministers and opposition leaders are not automatically assigned security. But amid blah 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 harassment and violent threats being reported, the government is facing increased pressure to respond. Okay, interesting. So yeah, someone called, what's her name, the Christy Freeland, a fucking traitorous fucking bitch. The guy might have been right. He could have been wrong. But he was like very intimidating. He's a big guy. He kind of walked right up to her in the elevator. I wouldn't want to be her there. He's a nut job. You might be right. I don't know. Let's see here. Still feels welcome in Alberta. A real strength of Canada is I feel safe being out there on my own, she said. I hope that can continue. Other politicians evidently agree. It is time for ministers to have security. But what kind of security? Because I know they don't believe in guns. Oh, they do want to use guns accompanied by armed drivers who act as bodyguards. What? I thought there was no place for guns. What are they talking about? It's a very personal decision. Look. Oh my God, there's no greater example of rules for thee, but not for me. I think it's a very personal decision for very many ministers. He said, Trudeau. Interesting, because I would like it for it to be a personal decision for me as well. Not offering specifics, but what they were very specific about is we give, like, this is like a moment out of the Matrix. I want guns. Lots and lots of guns. So you can read on, of course, there's really no... The gist is we want to be surrounded by guns. Like, more people who banned handguns and the AR-15 style guns and assault style weapons, whatever that means, some made up word. Yeah, they want those things. It's just a funny word to me because they call it weapons of war. And, this AR-15 looks like a weapon of war, but, a bayonet is a knife. That's a weapon of war. Should we ban knives? Probably not. A boot used in the military. It's literally part of the war get-up. Like, it's a boot of war, but many people wear tactical boots. But I just find it interesting that Get guns out of people's hands. They are so dangerous. Also, please surround me by them all day. We will finish off this video by watching a great example of somebody who used a gun and looks to me to be justified according to this video. Let's watch.
Line inside the store, and our guy in the...
Let's restart that.
Dude in the black wife beater cut in line inside the store, and our guy in the back was not happy, so the argument got carried outside. Here is why we should always aim to de-escalate conflicts. Dude.
Damn, that is crazy. It looked like this guy punched him in the face really hard. The guy drove off, was probably disoriented, didn't know what the guy was gonna do, and yeah, that's F around and find out right there. That's what that is. But the final thoughts are, you know, Trudeau is a guy that's very deeply hated, and there's a lot of crazy people, so why shouldn't he be surrounded by fully automatic guns? I quite literally have no problem with it. There's very few greater deterrents you could have just due to their convenience and their effectiveness than a fully automatic gun and a handgun, because they're even smaller and more easily to conceal. I would just like that same right to be extended to me slightly. I mean, it is my constitutional right. I read Section 7 of the Charter of Rights. It says I have the, what is it? It has, you have the right to life, liberty, and security of person. So yeah, I want security of person, and I'm at liberty to decide how I'd like to do that. And how I would like to do that, allow me to show you. I would like a Glock 17. Oh, there was a video by Vickers Tactical. It's gone now, but whatever. He showed it. It's a 33 round magazine, fully automatic machine pistol. It's small and it fires really fast. And oh, this guy don't like it. But anyway, that's what I would like. I would just like a fraction of just probably 1/1000th of the gun usage, the amount of guns Trudeau is surrounded by. I just want 1/1000th of that, and I'd be happy with that. Yeah, that's about it.